Hello and welcome back everyone, Tone here, and today we're going to be playing some more Balatro, and this is going to be a fun one because the developer of Balatro, Local Thunk, just released a preview of the upcoming patch. So this is on the experimental branch that you can access via Steam, and it's effectively a beta for the upcoming patch. It's a big balance patch, and anything that's in here could change. There will be some tweaks, I'm sure, which is why they're doing this as a preview for about a week. So the final patch should be out next week, but I'm really eager to check out these changes because, especially at gold stakes where I like to play, they look like they will be quite significant. So I'm going to pull up a post on Reddit that shows all the changes, and I think we'll look through the changes a bit. I'm not going to go through all of them, but some of the bigger ones for sure. And then we'll play a run and see how they feel. I haven't played at all with this, but I have looked over the changes already. So I guess they posted this on Discord, so this Reddit post shared the changes that were shared on Discord there. So I'm going to be talking about these from my experience perspective playing at gold stakes, because that's where I like to play the game before. And I think there are some major changes for that. So added toggle for reduced motion. I'm actually going to turn that on, so it changes the swirly background and stuff. That should help for people who might have issues with that want to watch. So I think that'll be good for accessibility. Change gold stake random seeds. This is an interesting one for people who are trying to do completionist runs, which part of that requires you beating gold stakes with every Joker and your final build. It says that for legendary Jokers at gold stakes, you'll always get one from the first one that you have not had before, which is kind of interesting. Legendary Jokers are so rare. Like, I've only seen like 2 of them ever naturally, so that feels kind of like it doesn't matter. And also, once you've beaten it with a few of them and you know which ones are left in that pool, that'll actually give you information on whether you want to actually take the legendary Joker or not, because a lot of them are only good if you get them very early or in very specific circumstances. So you often see one later in a run and you might be tempted to take it, but it's usually not a good idea. So that'll actually let you know right away, oh well, it's only going to be one of these 2 and neither of them are going to be good for me here. So that's kind of interesting. But here, actually, these aren't the big ones yet. They changed the anti-scaling on white stake, green stake, purple stake. So it's a bit easier from antis 2 through 5, which should help a little bit. Although honestly, I feel like once you get through ante 2, you're pretty generally set up to survive through a few antis. But sometimes I do beat these just by barely. So, you know, ante 4 instead needing 8,000 instead of 10,000 is that'll probably be noticeable. It'll be interesting to see how that plays. But here are the big ones, orange and gold stakes. So previously, orange stake gave you the modifier where every ante added to the cost of booster packs in the shop. So this made it so you didn't really buy much booster packs because they were just kind of oppressively expensive in the shop, especially as you got later into a run. And what the net effect that these had is it kind of made it so you don't actually have the opportunity to modify your deck much. So that's been removed, and in its place, a new Joker mechanic, kind of like the Eternal Jokers tag that you can get, is in play. Now this one's called Perishable and has a 30% chance to be applied to a Joker. And what that means is that a Joker becomes disabled after 5 rounds if they have this tag. So you basically have temporary Jokers. So let's talk about the gold stake one as well, because it has a similar mechanic introduced. So the old gold stake was -1 hand size, which is a really big change in balance and difficulty. I got used to it eventually, but especially if you're used to playing with the 8 hand size, it took me a long way to get over the hump. It feels terrible playing with -1 hand size. It makes it so much harder to make 5 card hands. It makes your discards worse. It's pretty tough to work around usually. But you can get gold stake pretty consistent wins without it, with the minus hand size. But they removed that, and now there's another new Joker tag that's in the mix called the rental mechanic. And that means they cost $1 to buy, and then you pay $3 for them at the end of every round. So they just become like very expensive to hold on to. And that's a 30% chance there. So to me, what this is doing is restoring your hand size to the default of 8 means that you can now play bigger hands, you're more flexible, it's easier to play bigger hands, and then the pack costs just kind of lets you modify your deck a lot more, and just get more value leveling up with planet cards. I still think planet cards probably aren't that great, but especially later in the run when the packs are like $4, you probably buy them a lot more. But you see like way more tarot cards, and you open more of the regular card packs, which can give you like a really interesting, powerful cards, like holographic, like red seal cards into your deck. And then you can like duplicate those with like the tarot packs and stuff. So I really like how this adds in, it restores a lot of the deck building aspect that was lost before, I think, because your decks were like very static at Gold Stake before. And this also means that getting through the first ante should be a lot easier with the +1 hand size. Because it was really hard to make basically a second 5-card hand in a round, which you kind of like really wanted to do in the big blind and the boss blind at some point if you couldn't find any jokers, which was like not guaranteed. So that is some really interesting stuff. Now, I've seen people saying that Gold Stake looks way easier now. Like, people think it's like really easy now is the sentiment I'm seeing. I actually feel like it's the opposite, because I don't know what the chance of the Eternal tag is. I'm assuming it's 30% like these two. When you have 3 tags, they can stack, so you can have more than one on a Joker. They're rolled independently, 30% chances. I think that means you have a 2/3 chance, essentially, of having at least 1 tag on a Joker. And some of these are very restrictive. Like if you get perishable on a good Joker, you're not going to get to bring it into the last boss unless you did get it late. You have to get 360 chips to beat the last boss, sometimes 1,000,000 if you get the Violet Vessel version of it. And the way you score that is you need to get the right Jokers. And this seems to me like it just makes it much less likely that you find the right Jokers. So I feel like it, even though the early game is easier, that actually like getting through ante 8 on Gold Stake is going to be harder, like less likely. Now, the other thing you can do to offset this now is it kind of pushes the reliance away from the Jokers and into modifying your deck and playing with the tarot cards, which I think is a good thing that those are a bigger part of the game. But I don't know if you really find the points that you need without getting like the right Jokers. So this is like the balance that I'm like most interested in like looking at and seeing how it feels. Because if we can buy a lot more packs and we can't rely on Jokers as much, then maybe we can build into like 5-of-a-kind decks. We can like level up our hands and stuff. But to hit that 360,000 mark, like you need some really powerful stuff. And I feel like you still need that for Jokers. So I actually feel like the game's probably gotten harder, but again, I haven't played it yet, so we will see. And now you can get tags on Jokers and Buffoon packs, which I guess wasn't the case before. And this is a big one. Change the first shop in every run to always include a normal Buffoon pack as one of the pack options. So that's a $4 pack that has 2 Jokers in it, and you get to take one of them. This is actually like really strong and like I guess good to have because it's going to help with the consistency. Because in the first shop you always see 2 cards. They're not guaranteed to be Jokers, and if you don't get a good Joker there or like any Jokers, then your chances of getting through like even the big blind have fallen by a lot. And like you could see 2 more cards, again not guaranteed to be Jokers, by re-rolling if you even have the money to buy one after that. This is cheaper than a reroll, and it shows you 2 guaranteed Jokers. You get to keep one. You could sell it if neither of them are good. So that's a pretty strong thing to have guaranteed. This is a really good one. Upcoming blinds and tags can now be seen in the shop immediately after defeating a boss blind / cashing out. You usually had to wait until leaving the shop, which meant you couldn't make decisions in the shop based on what was coming up. They banned some jokers or some bosses and stuff that didn't make sense for certain challenge runs. They made tweaks to some planet cards. This is another big one. So the tags tags are what you skip for. So you can skip to guarantee an uncommon joker, a rare joker, or negative, holographic, foil, that stuff. They were never good before, basically. Now they've been made so that the joker you get is free, which helps a lot because those jokers get expensive when you add like holographic and stuff to them. It made it so you often couldn't afford them if it was like early in a run. Now that they're free, that makes these a lot more favorable. But I think these are actually worse at gold stake because there's a good chance that they just end up with one of these tags. So skipping a whole round to get like a perishable negative joker or a joker that you have to pay $3 a round for just doesn't seem that great to me. So I think it's less likely that you can see a joker, because at least with if you skip for a negative joker before, no matter like how bad the joker you got was, like you would keep it and you might get some value out of it. But now, like a lot of the times, you'll end up with a joker that it's not worth paying $3 a round for. It's going to disappear after 5 rounds anyways. I think this makes them worse at gold stake. These are all the big ones. A lot of these other ones have to do with cards and some other mechanics that we'll touch on as we play. My boy Vagabond has been upgraded from uncommon to rare, so we won't have them carrying our runs as much. So let's jump into a round. Alright, first, let's see. Where's that option? Reduce motion. Oh, that reduces altogether. I do kind of dig the vibe that those give, but I know that for people watching, like those could be an issue, so I'm going to keep the motion off. I started a brand new profile and locked everything to check out the beta. So let's jump into a gold stake run. And red deck is boring. Let's just do the blue deck, which kind of feels like the base deck to me, because it's just +1 hand. And we'll jump up to a gold stake. So as a reminder of what the stakes are, this is what we got. So now we have the perishable and rental jokers as the new orange and gold stake rewards or modifiers. So like this, I could force a holographic, a joker, into the big blind shop, and it'll be free. This one actually sounds decent because being guaranteed 10 mult is solid, but it's going to have a tag on it most of the time. So it might only last for 5 rounds. It might cost us $3 per round, stuff like that. And I will have to get through the big blind with no help, which will be easier now that we have $8 or 8 hands in my, or 8 cards in my hand. I don't know why I said dollars. So let's jump into the small blind. I think I'm not going to skip that, but this is actually one that's like a little tempting at this stage in the game. Like this seems more valuable to me than like a random negative joker, because the guaranteed mult is really strong early. So it's going to be a lot easier to find the hands we need to win. So for the small blind, I think we still want to try and win in one hand if we can. So again, we need queen high straights, we need a flush that has 40 points in it, or a full house that has, I think, 35 points in it. Just a good full house. So we don't actually have a good shot at anything here. I guess a full house might be the way to go here. And maybe we'll pivot to a straight or a flush if that works better. But if we hit a 10, we get a straight, but an inside straight is hard to hit. There's only 4 10s in the deck. And we would need to, we have 2 of each suit in my hand, so we'd have to find 3 more of a suit. So I'm going to play for the full house, which there are 6 cards in the deck we can hit. One of the remaining jacks. Or actually, no, there's 4 cards. One of the remaining jacks or one of the remaining 9s. Maybe it would have made more sense to go for the straight, because there's other cards that could have made the straight more likely on either end. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We need the queen to hit the straight if we want to get 300 points. So This low straight doesn't look good. I guess I'm gonna keep going for this. This is funny. We're having, I mean, this just happens at Gold Stake a lot of times, but I don't even have like a good flush to play for, because building a flush with these three, I guess I could play for a diamond flush. How many diamonds are actually in my deck? 9. So I need to find 2 of those. That's probably more likely than hitting the jack or the 9. I guess I'll play for that at this point. This is like a terrible first hand though. So what do we have here? 10, 19, 27, 34. This isn't good enough yet. So I need, what, a 6 or higher of diamonds? Actually, that probably was good enough because I had some points. Oh well, we got what we needed. Actually got a straight flush. Completing this with 2 hands left, with the 8 cards, and we started with an extra hand, feels like a pretty massive low roll on the new settings, but you know, that's just what happens sometimes. Okay, so here's our guaranteed buffoon pack, and there's even a jumbo buffoon pack here. We see our first rental tag here. This is an interesting aspect of the rental tag though, because you don't get charged until the end of the round. So I can actually buy this card and get a free reroll here and then sell it. It's basically free because I can sell it for $1, the rentals sell for 1. One of the other new changes is the Magician enhances 2 cards lucky cards instead of 1 as previous. So lucky cards are looking a bit better. That's good because lucky cards weren't amazing before, but now that you can get 2, this feels much better. So I'm going to get a free reroll, which I probably will use. So we have the smiley face. This got buffed. It now gives +5 molt instead of +4. Oddly enough, the suit jokers that gave +4 to a specific suit got nerfed. So they only give +3 now. I'm not sure why this got buffed and those got nerfed, because there's 13 of each suit in the deck and 12 face cards in the deck, but face cards also synergize with a bunch of like other jokers more than just like random suits. I'm guessing because flushes are easier to play than like playing like 4 or 5 face cards in a hand. It's easier to play like a flush and play 5 cards of a suit in a hand. But I mean, that card was already like kind of bad. Like I would take those cards now just to survive. I don't know about, I won't take this one because, oh my god, Eternal Tag and rental sounds terrible. We'd be in debt for the rest of our life. But yeah, I thought that was interesting that this got buffed and the other one got nerfed. I think we will take a look at... I feel like we should look at the big buffoon pack, since we have the money for it. It gives me better odds of finding a good joker. Wow, okay, so I have 3 Eternals and a perishable. Retrigger all card held in hand abilities. Everything here is... I skip this. I mean, I guess you take the mime. I could sell it. I'd probably take this smiley face just to survive, but it's eternal, so I'm not going to do that. Oh yeah, these change. These used to be 4 of a kind. This one and the other chips equivalent. Now they're 2 for 2 pair. I guess I buy this. And I might sell it at the end of the round if I don't need it, before it charges me for it. So you can see how oppressive these Joker tags are already. It's our boss, discard 2 cards per random hand, or 2 random cards per hand played. It's actually a tough one. We don't have help from Jokers. So a 2 pair is basically guaranteed to win. I think I want to try to win without a 2 pair. So I can sell this. But a 2 pair, 20 times 2. even if it was like 2s and 3s, which would be like 30 times 12 with this. See, that might be just shy of 450, but it's pretty unlikely that I play a 2-pair and don't win when I get this plus 10 mult. So I think I'm gonna try and win without that, which means I think I'll go and try to play a clubs flush here. I wonder if I hold on to this ace so I could try and make a 2-pair. If it comes down to that, even though it's going to cost me $3 to get through. 3, 4, 5, 6. Saying, well, I guess I will just play the flush here. This won't win. So I'm kind of curious what the strategies are with no jokers and just the base decks for getting through the big blind and boss blind. It's 450 and 600 points. Now that we have 8 cards, because I think you might, I mean, compared to before, you can get 2 big hands, which will be like the 5-card hands that are worth 300 or more points, much more reliably. You probably hit 2-pair more reliably, and a lot of 2-pairs are worth, well, you probably end up with like 35 points worth of cards in a 2-pair, so you end up with like 55 times 2. They're worth like 100. If I play 2 pairs here, even without this, it would probably get me through. Now that you have like the 8 cards, I think you can really play around beating these without having to rely on jokers much more than before. I just don't know what the strategies are yet. That's probably something to try and figure out at some point. So right now I have a whole lot of nothing. I don't think it makes sense going for the diamond flush. Probably go for a 2-pair. Keep the queens and the jacks and see what shows up. Yeah, I think I just play this and pay the $3 here to win. So I guess I wasted $1 by playing a hand before. So maybe I should have just started with the 2-pair. But now I'm basically having to play hands to discard. I think it's more likely that I just do this. So I'll play this hand. And this cell gets disabled, so I can't like sell this before the end of the round. Hey, we have negative money. Hooray. Oh, that is rough. Banner got nerfed. It used to be 40 chips per remaining discard. Now it's 30. So I think we grab Misprint. It's perishable, but it'll give us the mult to get through at least the next round. I actually probably would have just grabbed this too, because an extra 60 chips multiplied by the mult would have been pretty nice, but I can't afford this because I had to pay the rental fee on the last Joker. So I guess we're just going to go to the next round with this. Alright, this flush should kill if the misprint Joker doesn't screw us. This rolls, I think, a random mult between 0 and 25. So I get 4 turns worth of this. Hey, no tags. So I think half Joker looks really strong here just to survive a few rounds. Mad Joker showed up again without the tag. It's probably not terrible early. We could run a Spectral pack. I think the Buffoon pack is something I want to look at. I can't afford half Joker, Buffoon pack, and Spectral pack. Barely. We'd almost be there, so I think I skip on the Spectral pack. Although I think like converting like all of my cards to a certain rank or something, or maybe like immolating for like money could have been pretty cool. Or even like duplicating a Joker when I don't have any other Jokers right now, like taking the half Joker and duping it Would have been interesting. Actually, I'm almost tempted to open this over the buffoon pack. Because I don't know, I don't think it's the right move. It could be fun while we're playing though. I think we grab this half joker no matter what though. I guess I could have opened the buffoon pack first as well. And if I found something where I didn't feel like I needed the half joker, then we could have opened the jumbo pack. I think I really need to see jokers right now though, so I feel like we should go for the buffoon pack. What could the jumbo give? I guess adding enhanced cards to my deck, I don't care about that much. But I'd probably convert all of my cards to a single rank. I'd probably convert everything to a single suit. Cryptid duplicates, gives you 2 extra copies of a card, that's okay. We could duplicate or poly a joker. I think this could be fun. I'm just gonna grab this and see what it does. I don't think it's the most consistent option here, but I think it'll be the fun one for us. We could add blue seal. Blue seal got changed. Now the planet card it gives you is the final hand you played of the round. So if you have like a few blue seals in your deck, you could like be leveling up a certain hand like twice per round. I could see that being pretty decent. But I think having 1 blue seal in our 52 card deck with 2 discards isn't that great, so I'm not gonna grab that. Oh, we got all the seals here and cryptid. I do like the purple seal quite a bit. I just think having 1 seal in my deck of 52 cards isn't like pushing the needle this early. I kind of feel like having like, quit playing cryptid on the kings. Just get more like kings in my deck. So I could like maybe start playing 3 of a kinds with half joker or something. All face cards are drawn face down. So we only have to beat 1,000 compared to it used to be 1,200. Let's see. I can play the flush, but I'm guessing that the pair of kings kills. We want to play 3 or fewer cards cause a half joker. It's just 30 points times 20. It depends what misprint gives us. I guess I could discard this and look for a 3rd king. It's a lot better. Basically doubling our chips, so. I don't know if this becomes worth less when it gets debuffed after 5 rounds, or if we could just sell it at no penalty. These look awesome. Do I need popcorn? Like, I don't need it to get through the next couple rounds, and it's going to be worthless after that, so I actually probably don't grab popcorn. I could buy this voucher now that I have the credit card, which lets me go into debt. I can get a reroll. I think I'll wait on that. I'm guessing this kills. Oh shoot, I didn't... Oh my god. I didn't actually play the 3 of a kind. I didn't activate half joker. Whoops. I had the 3 cards selected, and then I was like, well, you want to always get rid of these extra cards, but I forgot I was breaking half joker. Square joker. This joker gains +4 chips if played hand, has exactly 4 cards. I would normally grab this because it's very good. But I don't think we can pay $3 a round for this early. We're on round 5 out of like 24. will cost us like 60 bucks by the end of the run. This can carry a run, but I don't think I can pick it up with rental, so nope. And this is an example of why I think Goldsake probably got harder. To-do list changed. This says it changes at the end of the round, but I'm pretty sure they made it so that it changes... Oh yeah, at the end of the round. Okay, no, that's right. Before it never changed until you played the hand that it's asking you for. Now it changed at the end of a round. So this is decent. I could probably make money off of this and then sell it. I don't know, we'll see. Oh, there's this. I should have bought this first, the Mega Buffoon pack. Perishable Bull. Another card that I like a lot, but it's a debuff, so I don't think we're getting any value from it. I would take that easily. Mary Andy, +3 discards per round, -1 hand size, but eternal. Hanging Chad changed. It now re-triggers twice instead of once, which I think is a pretty big deal. But I don't think I want that eternal. Supernova, this is one of our scaling jokers. I don't have anything else going for me right now, so I think I grab this. We probably start playing pairs or high cards with Supernova, because I don't think 3 of a kind is going to be consistent at all. Oh, I was supposed to buy Bull and sell it if I don't want any of these other cards. Before I grabbed that. Shoot, that's actually a big deal that I didn't do that, because I actually don't want to sell any of these other cards. So I should have like an extra like $3 for free right now. Maybe I sell Misprint because the extra mult from this is going to make it harder to scale Supernova. Then I can buy the Bull and sell it. That works. Because I don't mind using a lot of hands to beat around because we need to scale Supernova anyway, so that probably actually makes sense. And Half Joker I can actually control and play more than 3 cards to not get its mult. Celestial Pack, $4. Start scaling like high card or something, or pair? Eh, I don't think so. There are, I think, 9 planet cards in the pool by default. Because these 3 don't come up until you've played their respective hands. So yeah, there's 9. So we basically have like a 1 in 3 chance of hitting the card we want. If we only want to level up 1 hand. I don't mind leveling up like pair, high card, maybe 3 of a kind at the moment. I don't know, I think I'd rather get some kind of economy going. Get some interest next round. Base cards face down. Okay, so what do we want to scale with Supernova? Probably high card, I think. What is 1 high card worth for us with the Half Joker? Oh, I need to play 3 of a kind if I want the money from to-do list as well. Okay, so that was 1,500. If I use all my discards and play the left 3 face cards, I probably have a 3 of a kind of kings. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. Can I play a single 3 and not kill here? Actually, I would want to play 4 cards, right? To stop half Joker. And then, yeah, probably definitely don't kill. Do this so I can level up Supernova. High card. How many points did that give me? I got really close to killing with that. And now this is going to have more, so I probably need to just try to win right now. I guess I could play all of these to try and not proc half Joker, but I think we're going to win anyways. Oh, also, I'm going to get charged for to-do list. This is a 3 of a kind. It wasn't. Oh shoot, I'm going to get charged for it anyways. I guess that didn't work out. Now it wants a flush. Okay, this backfired. I was supposed to play the 3 of a kind first. But it was hard to do with my cards being face down and stuff. I totally botched that. Fortune Teller. I haven't played a single tarot card yet. It's easier to play them because we have more packs. Like this will probably get up to like 20 mult at some point to beat half Joker. See, here's Lusty Joker is only +3 mult, it used to be +4. This could be an okay mult card, and giving me a reason to buy lots of tarot cards, like which are already pretty good, sounds kind of decent. Tempted to grab the Fortune Teller. It doesn't have a perishable or rental tag on it, which makes it extremely good in the new gold stake too. Let's go for it. Could skip for a free Mega Arcana pack, start beefing up Fortune Teller, but no, we need to play out these blinds. I need to scale Supernova. I need to make money, all that good stuff. Alright, let's just play high cards without proccing half Joker. Actually, maybe I need half Joker. What is it? What's it worth? Yeah, like, okay. So we're just trying to play as many high cards as we can to keep Supernova scaling, because its multiplier is equal to my number of times I've played. Wow, well that's a crazy hand. Popcorn is back. The Hierophant, we'll buy that so we could just play a tarot card. I think we look at this Buffoon pack. Blue Joker. Or Zany Joker. Blue Joker will generate chips. It's not a very good chip generator though, because I usually end up removing cards from my deck, and as the more hands you play, the worse it gets. Man, I can't even sell any of these because they're both eternal. I don't think eternal Blue Joker is what we want here. Go to the next round. Looks like I could have skipped for like a polychrome. But again, if would have probably been perishable or something. 4,500. Okay, let's try to play hands without proccing half Joker so I can keep scaling up my Supernova. Always save the king to play Hierophant on. Ooh, that almost killed. One of the other reasons I like having a score preview is because it would have sucked if that accidentally killed. Knowing like what hands you're not winning with is pretty important. Okay, I think we just buy these because they're tarot cards. I'd like to get into the green at some point, our money, so I could start making interest. I don't know if $3 for one molt is actually amazing here when I'm so low on money. I could buy the jumbo pack. I also want to get positive because some of the Arcana cards can give us money. There is one that gives... Temperance gives us the value of our Joker, so there is one that could give us a lot of money. I think I just don't need that yet. What boss are we going into? Play only one hand type. Oh, one hand type this round, so I can just keep playing high cards. Probably use strength to turn 2 queens into kings. Keep the king thing going at the moment. I don't know why though. It's probably actually good that I don't have too many kings because I don't think we're ever going to deviate from high cards now that we're committed to an eternal supernova. Is my... Oh, my game speed was only at 2. It's like, man, this feels slow. Alright, well the strategy here is pretty straightforward. Try to play as many hands as we can. Scale Supernova. We're just playing high cards. One queen? Do I use strength on it? Probably no reason to. So we're hitting like close to 4K with my half Joker. That was with an enhanced king though. Square Joker. I would love to have Square Joker right now, but not perishable, so I can't pick that up. Superposition's the same, it still sucks. Surprised this one didn't get a buff. Celestial Packs, Voucher. This is a terrible shop. I think we're just going to go to the next round. Let's go ahead and sell the Bull, which hasn't done anything for us, but I got it out of the booster pack, so there's no reason to hold it. But it's going to get debuffed next round. I can get a rare Joker from the next shop. But again, it's probably going to be perishable or rental, so... Yeah, I think you skip even less than you did before, even though the Jokers are free now. I think the skips are just really bad. Probably play the king because I can end up with duplicate kings pretty easily. Wow, yeah, so without the enhanced king, it's worth like 1,000 less. There's the queen, so I'll probably turn 2 of them to kings. Oh. Surprised that killed. Level up pair, too late for that. Don't care about playing flushes. Needle, play only one hand. I'm not close to making 8k in a hand, am I? I think I want this blank voucher, which adds the +1 Joker slot voucher to the pool later, but I almost have interest going, so I'm going to skip it for now. Get a free Mega Buffoon pack. Nah, I think I need money. Oh, this is my kill? No, not yet. Actually, that wasn't really close. I think I need to keep proccing half Joker. So I'll just use strength on these. I do want to use it to get more mult out of Fortune Teller, which I just haven't seen that many tarot cards, so Fortune Teller hasn't done much since I picked it up. So what is this worth? It's not close to 8k, so I think we lost, unless I get some good jokers here. Popcorn might win for us. Perishable popcorn's pretty funny. Debuffs up, or debuffs after 5 rounds, but it actually gets destroyed after 5 rounds anyways. Too late for spare trousers, but this would have been intriguing if we found it earlier. I could take a look at the Jumbo Buffoon pack. I think I will. This is all trash. Grab this so I can sell it. Let's grab the popcorn. I don't think I have the money to grab the blank voucher. Do I need to re-roll to survive? What do we have? High card. Let's pull out the trusty calculator. I could do this on my head, but we may as well use the calculator for a second here. So high card is 5 base, plus king is 10, plus I have 1 king that's worth 30. Times 1, plus supernova is 26, plus I think it's 2 for my fortune teller, plus 20 from the popcorn. Oh, and actually, there should be an extra 50 chips in there. How do can I edit this? Doesn't look like I can do it easily. I forgot the 20 from half Joker in there too, so hang on. 5 plus 10 plus 30 plus 50 for my foil. Times 1 plus 26 plus 20 from half Joker plus 2 from fortune teller plus 20 from popcorn. 6,000. I think we have lost. Guess I can re-roll. Create a tarot card when the blind is selected. That would be pretty sweet with Fortune Teller. I think Rental makes it terrible, and also this is the kind of card that you want to sell later in the run, and it's Eternal. Matador, earn $8 if the played hand triggers the boss blind ability. I don't know if you can trigger the needle. If I reroll, I don't have enough money to actually buy anything, so I think this is what we're going in with. Well, I have an ace high. If this doesn't win, we are dead. Which I just mathed it out, so I don't think we win. Oh. Alright, well this is the new Balatro patch beta on the experimental realm on Steam here. And yeah, I honestly think Gold Stake probably got a lot harder because of the Joker tags, and I feel like this run really showed how much that they kind of screw things up. I didn't get like a lot of, I mean, I'm saying I didn't get a lot of great Jokers there, but we saw like Square Joker twice. The Bull I would have like held on to longer if I saw it sooner. I made some mistakes like with the to-do list. I kind of screwed that one up, but I really think that even with the cheap booster packs and the 8-card hands on Orange and Gold Stakes, that the Joker tags actually make it a lot harder to scale up than previously. So that was the first and only run on the new patch I've played so far, so I'm looking forward to playing a bunch more to get more experience and figure out if there are viable strategies that don't involve investing so heavily in the Jokers, if we can like craft a deck and level up hands and somehow get to the 360k points we need through that. If that was like a low roll run I just had, and maybe you often get like Jokers that work a little better with the tags that are on them, or like less tags in general. I really need more playtime to really feel out like how everything is. But my initial impression, just reading the patch notes, is I think it actually got a lot harder to clear anti-8 in a Gold Stake run. And my one game so far has not told me otherwise, but I'm not going to put too much weight onto a single sample size. But yeah, that's the new beta patch preview on Balatro. We'll be playing some more of this. I'm going to be keeping a close eye on any more updates that happen to this patch. And I'm excited to be playing more. This is a fun game. I have fun playing it. And it's cool to see it being developed more. Even if maybe all the changes are like, I don't want to say good, but I don't know if I enjoy it as much having like, you know, 2/3 of the Jokers that show up in the shop just being like bricked before I can buy them. Because the thing I want in Balatro is like more flexibility and like more options, and then if that makes the game too easier, then make the game like harder to beat in other ways. So that's what I felt like Orange Stake was bad for, is because it gave you like less options in the shop. You couldn't modify your deck as much. So I think changing that is like really good. But now like half the time you see a Joker in the shop, you just like, you can't touch it. And there was already a problem with that in this game where most of the Jokers suck to begin with. And you'll never touch like reasonably on a run. And now even the ones that were good that you want, like most of the time you can't take them anyways. So I think it made that side of things worse. So it'll really be interesting to play more than to see how it is. But we'll be playing some more of this soon. But that is our first dip into the beta preview of the new Balatro patch. I will see you all next time. Before I go, I'll give my user a reminder to check out the links in the description below. You can find my Patreon down there if you want to show some support for me and my work here. That's over at patreon.com/tonehack. You can also find my Discord down there if you want to come and hang out with me and the rest of the community over on the Discord. Lots of Balatro talk about this patch going on there right now, which is fun to engage in and talk about. But that is it for me. So once again, I will see you all next time. Take it easy, everyone.